Hello friends, I think the stream is ready and we are all set to continue our journey through Drangleic. I hope y'all are doing well today. As I'm starting the stream, might be eating something. I hope y'all won't be able to hear that. I'll make sure you don't. Either way, so glad to have y'all here. I apologize for the delay on the previous stream that we had to reschedule that. That was suboptimal by all means. But should be good now. I believe the stream is going to be quite delightful. I've made quite a few preparations for it. We're going to be all good. Alright, let me make sure my Twitch, I'm sorry, not Twitch, excuse me. My Discord is notified. Okay. Hope your day's going well. Please let me know how my audio sounds. I don't have any clue what it's like right now. That's always the anxiety, you know, like starting these kinds of streams and then like realizing, oh yeah, my audio wasn't working this whole time. So, fingers crossed, I suppose. Opening up the stream on a separate device so I can see the chat. Grimnir, friend! Oh, so good to have you here. Glorious. Thank you for joining, man. Delightful. Hope you're doing well today. This is going to be a fun stream. Definitely going to beat my head against the wall a bit more. The altar place is, or whatever it's called, was a little dreadful, but it's going to be right. You sound a bit farther away from the microphone than usual. Okay, that's suboptimal. Let me try to fix that. Thank you. Here. How about now? Is this any better? Realizing that any kind of crunching is going to sound like ASMR. Oh my god. Okay. I was going to have dinner, but I'm going to go ahead and put my food away for now, because that's going to sound grotesque. Yo, Velstadt! Hello, friend! Joy, so happy to have you here. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to run very quickly to my kitchen and put my food away before it rots within the 3-hour span of the stream. So I'll eat later. Sorry, just a second. Glorious. Whoever's here, happy y'all are joining. We are continuing. We're continuing on. All right. I miss this place. I miss Drangleic. It's such a delightful thing. Lots of wizardry that's going to happen today for sure. I have a feeling we'll be able to make our way through the, excuse me, what's it called? The Shrine of Amana fairly quickly, so yeah. Grimnir Talk says, yes, seems better now. Wonderful. Alright. My cat started nibbling at my microphone recently, and now it looks kind of cool and corroded and corrupted. I mean, like the foam of the microphone, so hopefully it's not going to affect anything too much. Alright. Gosh. Kind of nice that we're not getting immediately pelted by the clerics here. Okay. Oh, I forgot about you. Like, completely. Okay. How are you guys doing today? What's everyone up to? Velstadt, you doing groovy? I remember, were you sick last time? Having a fever? Being better, my friend? Grimnir says, now it seems my turn to become sick apparently. I'm currently trying to keep my lungs within myself. So sorry, friend. That's really unfortunate. Man, the plague has been going on just endlessly. I feel like I've been also kind of sick, kind of on and off. Not even on and off, just like continually sick for like the past month and a half. And I don't quite know what to do with that, if I'm being honest. It's like today the symptoms are a little different than normal. It just feels like my whole upper body received a flu shot. And now there's just like this ache, but I don't know. Whatever. Ah, right. Of course, clerics. Can't go without clerics. Forget this. I'm gonna play this tactically, and oh yeah, cool realization. I happen to have 6 Estus flasks. Not actually 6 Estus flasks, but 6 life gems, which is a little suboptimal. Wi-Fi says, I have spread the sickness apparently. I hold even greater power than I realized. Ah, delightful. I'm a Death Guard player in 40k. I respect the spreading of the sickness. That's delightful. I'm sorry if you're sick though. That is unfortunate. Grimnir Talk says, yep, the plague got me real good. Has the paladin cleansed themselves? Right. Hope you're doing better, Wi-Fi. Okay. So I have a good feeling about this. Although I am perhaps going to get into this slowly again. I think it's going to be fairly intuitive this time around. I've passed the whole area, and now I know what to expect, with the exception of the paladins right at the end. Yeah, last time we left off, just talking about the horrific nature of paladins as counterparts to wizards. I think we may have discovered that they are, in fact, the opposites of wizards, in a way that we previously thought knights to be. I don't know. Maybe it's true. It feels right. We'll find out. We'll keep it. Excuse me. We're gonna keep on thinking about that topic as the stream goes on. Wi-Fi says, unfortunately, not every time I start to feel better, it comes back. Suffering. Grimnir says, a persistent one, it seems. Do hope that it relents soon, though. Appreciate that, Grimnir. Same here. I think soon. I think the light is near. It's either I'm sick or there is mold somewhere, which is honestly, I don't know, man. Mold kind of has this eldritch horror energy to it. There's this growth that happens somewhere within your domicile, and you're just being corrupted by it slowly without your knowledge. Sure hope it's not that for sure. Wi-Fi says, makes me think it's probably a virus and I should go to the doctor, but that costs money. Fair enough. Wi-Fi reveals the place in this country, or like what country he's in currently. Alright. Well, look at where we are. We are already making great progress. I bet I can backstab this man. Hell yeah. Simple as. Twinkling Titanite. Glorious. Okay, we are steadily upgrading. I am dreading a little bit the boss fight that we're about to embark upon, given that I have very little healing items now. In fact, to be safe, I'm going to equip my big Radiant Life Gems, just in the scenario that it changes something. Okay, what do we have here? Grimnir says, oh yes, mold is rather scary, how it can make non-organic things seem to rot. Yeah, real. There's I think a Jacob Geller video where he talks about haunted houses, and one thing is one part of the video he starts talking about like Leviticus something where they start talking about how to cure mold in one's home or how to get rid of mold in one's home, and it's it really is eldritch and weird, because for some reason the description is the mold is going to be deeper than the walls, which he kind of relates to the House of Leaves in terms of geometry not matching up with the reality of the home. Anyway, whatever. That was a very random tangential thought there. Painting mold would be cool. Oh gosh. Oh right. I forget how this works. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, you know what? We're slowly baiting him out. I think if we just play slow and smart, there's a great hope here. Boosh. Boosh. Ah. What? How are you alive? Okay. Completely real for that. Alright. This will be interesting. I have a feeling we'll be stuck here for a minute, but surely not for too long. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab some life gems from Majula before I proceed onwards. You know, I'm kind of curious. You know, we've been kind of exploring the memories of, like, the wizard character, or I guess at this point I'm trying to use first person. My memories here in this world. And I'm curious, do you guys have any points of inquiry? Like, do you have any questions regarding the lore so far, or whether or not I don't know, whether there are any elements of the past that you're curious about regarding this figure? I am trying to remember them, and that might be a helpful way to peer into the past in a way. But, you know, up to y'all. Y'all don't have to ask anything. I would be curious, though, to hear what y'all are interested in. Wyfit says, has mold assimilated you as well? I don't know. I sincerely hope that mold has not assimilated me yet, but you know how mold is. It's, I don't know, I guess pervasive in a fucked up way, and I don't know. You can't really see it. It's just slowly eating at you. Fingers crossed, though. Hopefully it's not mold. Because like then it's like you have to like get rid of everything, you know? It's like, oh yeah, you really scan every single element of your house, and that's suboptimal for sure. It's alright, we don't have to talk about mold too much. I think that might be a kind of a gloomy topic in a sense, and while gloomy topics are fun, that one might be a little too real. That's alright though. Anyway, Grimnir says, how old is the wizard? Does he remember his origin at this point? That's a great question, Grimnir. So, you know, now that you ask, I have a feeling I'm quite ancient in a way that I don't think I initially suspected, because I keep on getting these flashes of memory that are like of increments like of my past, and they're so like disparately like they're so separated from one another in time that it makes me really wonder that like how much time has passed between different memories. Like the when I think about the time with excuse me, the time I was stuck for like years in a swamp, that doesn't really match up with a lot of the chronology of my past, and that kind of makes me wonder what exactly when exactly was that. Like I don't know, it seems like I might be pretty ancient at this point, and there's a huge well of memories and knowledge to draw from. Feels like these magics have been coming to me sort of naturally, which makes me think I've, at least at a point, I've had some experience with them, at least a good chunk of them. Although I'm certainly learning new things. Yeah, that's my reasoning so far. I'm sure we'll probably figure out the scope with time. Ah, no, I am a fool. I get distracted there. That's okay. At least now, as y'all noticed, the big knight isn't spawning in anymore. The golem, excuse me. Does he remember his origin at this point? So, I do recall that I think it all began, well, my earliest memories would be of a village. Yes, now to say that, now to ask that, I clearly recall at a point I was a son of a monumental mason, I can tell you that much, yes. And a gardener. That sounds... Before the wizarding, that's sort of where it began, I think. All of it. In a small coastal village kind of thing. I have some memories of the coastal village. It was I guess, I don't know, I mean, good years eating cloudberries in the woods beside the village, doing some fishing, doing some sculpting, learning from the monumental mason father figure. But I do very much remember it all being very abruptly ended. When you remember, I mentioned it before, like seeing the shadow on the horizon going over the forests and the hills, and knowing that a dragon was coming your way, and that makes sense. I think, at least holistically within my experiences so far, at least in terms of my strange stance with the dragons. Yeah, I think I was sat on a horse, given a letter to go to a local king and ask for assistance, and my family sent me off. Yes, I can tell you that much. I think there was definitely more room on the horse. I remember, yeah, that was a big contention. I was like, no, you guys, please come with me. And they were like, nah, dude, you're going to be an artist. Best thing we can do for you is die. And so, yeah, I just left them ultimately. That was, yeah, okay, strange times. Anyway, I'm really, like, locking in on the storytelling here and trying to remember things. So I do apologize for dying like 3 times in a place where I shouldn't have died, because usually I make it further than that. But I guess I get carried away a little bit. You know, it's easy to separate my like mind and body, given that, I don't know, it feels like I'm playing a game for some reason. I don't know, whatever. Grimnir says or asks, or has the wizard ever considered whether he was made up? Oh, whoa, excuse me. There was something interesting there, but I'm getting sniped. These people are insane. What is that lock-on range, you know? I wonder if there is a way to have such a power, because, I mean, given that these are clerics, I would expect them to be, you know, maybe okay with magic, and not like genuine snipers. Anyway, has the wizard ever considered whether he was made up by more than one entity? Huh. Not only by the nature of the voices, but the very core of his being. Maybe the memories are not when, but who, asks Grimnir. Well, the wizard hasn't considered that. I've not considered that. That sounds maybe a little too real. Okay. I'm curious what you mean by that. What such entities could be. You as voices. Also, yeah, whoever's joining, welcome in. I am just a wizard making my way through Drain Lake, searching for memories, searching for cool spells, a cool hat, friends, and a kind of meeting. That's, yeah, I think those are the main, my main goals these days. Here, wait a moment. Nice. Gotta use the column as cover. But yes, and you guys are my wonderful deluge of voices. I don't fully grasp your nature yet, but I'm sure with time it'll all make sense. I'm sure if you stick around to the end of the journey, we'll grasp it all. Okay. We are gonna have to be very methodical here, I think. This has been continuously an area of kind of grinding and being very slow and careful. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to just keep doing that. Okay. I'll use the heavy soul arrows here to start with. 1, 2. Yep. Okay, we're good. You know what? I like recalling the ride from the burning village now. It's I don't know, suddenly, yeah, a lot is coming back to me. I remember, I think my dad wanted me to go and yeah, also be like a kind of a stone mason for the king, a monumental mason. That's what he was, making gravestones and stuff. And I didn't really, I don't know. I wanted to be maybe a sculptor. That would have been cool, but didn't really go very far, because although he sent me off with like a letter to the king, I do remember quite quickly I lost my horse. It was I don't know, that was definitely an unfortunate set of events. I think I stepped off to piss or something during my travel, and it just ran off into the bogs, and it took me probably maybe a day of searching to not find the horse. At that point, it was kind of getting late, so I just yeah, I guess I had to kind of live in the woods there for a little bit, having basically gotten lost and lost the horse. And there are some things that happen in the woods there. I'm going to try to remember any particular stories during the time I was lost. But yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway. Gosh. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this again. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are, as always, battling the religious cast of the Drain Lake. What am I saying? The Drain Lake. No, you don't. Yes! Perish, paladin. Okay. Why, Fat? Your kin are insane. Their devotion is respectable. But man, I don't get why they do this. It's I don't know, feels a little over the top. Feels a little too much to have that many trained individuals here just guarding a random cave. So many centuries, probably. I suspect they've been here for quite a long time. I mean, they've certainly died more than once, just like I have. Anyway, let me. Oh yeah, there's two of them here. 1, 2. Fuck. Okay. No, you don't. Okay. All right. Those paladins. Am I right, guys? Oh, am I okay. That's crazy, though. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Thank you for asking, Grimir. I'm actually I think I'm starting to kind of recall more chronologically. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, you see that thing over there? I remember meeting my first troll. Yeah, okay. Oh, you see that thing over there? Okay, wow. So, this is, again, pretty distant memory here, but I remember when I was searching for a way out of the forest after I got lost, searching for my horse that ran away to the bog. I remember encountering a cave, and the cave was kind of a nice place to shelter. I mean, at that time, I knew how to basically forage for basic berries like cloudberries, a lot of cloudberries, lingonberries, that kind of thing. I was able to sustain myself, but I wasn't really used to the cold of the autumn nights in the forest, so end up finding a little cave and took rest there. Little did I know it was a troll cave. Typical troll cave stuff. You never know when you enter a troll cave. The troll, of course, was not there. It was only later that I remember his very heavy steps echoing through the cave as I kind of just lay there in the dark. Thankfully, he was not particularly aggressive or keen on finding me. I think he did kind of walk around searching for something, but I was at that point I kind of hid myself in some vines, and he walked away. Or excuse me, he didn't quite walk away, he just went to sleep. And yeah, so I kind of slept in the cave with the troll there. I remember in the morning he got up, and to my shock he took out a sword, like a tiny sword, compared to him. To me it would have been a very big sword. I was just a kid then. But the troll, I remember him sitting down and carving away at the wall in his cave, and making drawings of what seemed to me like other trolls. It was a pretty lonely troll, that one. But I would think their lives are mostly solitary in a way that excuse me, I would think that most troll lives are solitary in a way that makes it so they aren't particularly sad about being alone all the time. But that one seemed to, I don't know, in his art, long for connection. At least that's how I interpreted it back then. Yeah, so in the morning it occurred to me, since he didn't have really an amazing eyesight, I just, it occurred to me, hey, trolls love bridges. I bet you if I just followed him, he'd lead me to some kind of civilization. And he did. He actually, I followed him. He was very, very slow, cumbersome creature. And as long as I just kept far away from him, I was small enough back then to really not being super noticeable. And eventually he did lead me out onto a bridge. He got onto the bridge. I just saw the rest of the road and kind of followed along in the forest so that along the side of the road so that I didn't have to actually ever meet him. Anyway, that could have been a very quick end to my adventures there, but thankfully that wasn't it. That was in fact only the beginning. I remember at that point I just went ahead and followed the road towards civilization, but I don't think that was quite it, though. I remember there was more before I reached civilization, but I'll try to remember that in a minute. Let's see, how are the voices doing right now? I have never met a friendly troll, says Grimnir. Oh man, I agree with that. I do think there's more to them that meets the eye that I personally never quite, realized until just, I guess, recently. Well, no, sorry, not recently. No, until then, I did have no idea there was any kind of civilized potential in them until I saw one trying to draw, which I don't know was kind of a cool experience. Although certainly was scary then. Also, to anyone who is joining, I am just a wizard making my way through Drang Lake for the first time. If you are new here, I'm very happy to have you joining the deluge of voices. Gosh, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to. Did not mean to do that. Excuse me. So in this little area, you have to lock in every now and then, Oh. The paladins are actually crazy, though. I mean, the knight. So, what do you call them? The samurai knights in Iron Keep. Those were pretty insane, just in terms of their speed. These guys, though, I don't understand why they're so fast. You think of paladins as cumbersome guys, lots of heavy equipment, slow. But these guys, they just lock in from so far away, and they don't get off you. Anyway, I have a lot of effigies because previously, our rival paladin, whoever doesn't remember, it was Wyfat. He's in fact here amidst the voices. Has dropped off some effigies for me after he and I had dueled to the death. We had ended up tying last time we were journeying, where I had killed him and then he had killed me. Good times. Death is really not that big of a concern in this world, at least. I don't know, it seems like whenever I die, I just keep waking up, which, I don't know, I guess could be argued to be a curse. At least that's how I've seen it treated for the most part. Here, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's actually, what if there is a bonfire over here? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine there being a bonfire back here? I can for sure imagine there being a troll. I don't know about a bonfire. That would be pretty cool, though. But yeah, to those new, I am just kind of trying to remember my life before my time here in Drang Lake as a wizard. Trying to find a cool hat, actually capture a wizard aesthetic instead of looking like particularly, I guess, fashionable for a homeless person. And yeah, also searching for meaning. Meaning is pretty cool. We love meaning for sure. Also, troll, I'm so sorry. I don't know, that was impulsive. After all that talk regarding trolls, I don't know, I didn't want to subject myself to that experience of being once again trapped in a cave with a troll. Sorry, I'm sorry, little guy. Poor creature. Common fruit. Oh, he was eating a fruit. How did I do that? Why did I... whatever. Sorry. We assume that he'll respawn like everything else. Singer's dress. Life ring +2. What do you mean singer's dress? What? Why do you have this? Is this it? No. Where's the singer's dress? Singer's dress? Dress worn by Fargun Muse. Offers almost no physical defense, but is blessed with high resistance to magic. These enchanting singers were given song by the great dead one. Huh. And have little concept of self. That's very like, it felt like very academic there for a second. They live only to sing and will continue singing until they can do so no longer. Interesting. I do wonder, I don't know, having people with no concept of self is kind of epic. People of an oral culture, pre-literate culture, having no concept of self. McLuhan would say that. Anyway. Oh, glorious. Michael, hello. Happy to have you here, friend. Were you unable to make it to the last stream? I feel like I recall a lack of your voice, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm wrong right now. A Shrine of Amana. It's a nightmare, but at least it looks cool. Fair enough, Michael. Yeah, no, we've been really making our way through it slowly, but you know, with time, I think we'll get there. Wyfat says the paladin can't forcible purge you of your sins if you go hollow. Thank you. The paladin, as we know at this point, is trying to purge me of my wrongdoings, which I don't believe I've really done that much wrong to warrant that paladin, but that's okay. Okay, 1, 2. That felt good. You know, we're just like slowly making our way through here. I think this might be one of our best attempts yet. Let's see. Oh, damn, I could have prevented that. Understandable. Wyfat, how is it watching me destroying your order of clerics and paladins? It's a little cathartic sometimes, you know. At this point, I've kind of killed them over, like, almost 12 times over each. At some point, they just stop respawning, so it just makes me think I'm making progress in destroying your order. Good times, for sure. Michael says, my internet was down the last time. I watched the video, though. Good times. Well, I'm glad you're able to catch up. I'm sorry regarding your internet, friend. Okay, you guys ready to see whatever is about to happen? I have a bad feeling, given that I think that cleric over there, like right over there, is going to start shooting at me as soon as I'm attacking these guys. The horror. Okay, believe in me, guys. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yes! Twinkling Titanite. Perfect. More Twinkling Titanite. Glorious times. Okay. I am deeply concerned regarding what I'm about to walk into. Here, whatever that is, I don't want to deal with it. It's nice being able to just point at something and make it disappear. I think that's one of the, by far, most delightful things about being a wizard in this world is just being able to shape material reality to my will this way. Quite cool. But you know, having told you my story earlier, I'm realizing there really wasn't a lot of magic involved, which makes me wonder, how did this all start with the whole wizardry element? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that here in a moment. But before I get to that, let us explore this area. I for sure can't make it here. Or can I maybe make it right there? Come on. Soul of a Hero, Divine Blessing. I'll take any blessing. Okay. Although, I don't know, Divine Blessings are kind of strange given my current relation to the Paladins. Wafet says nobody liked those guys back in the monastery. Always doing shady rituals behind closed doors. Fair enough. Well, I guess we can both agree on the necessary destruction of the Order of the Amana people. Okay. I have no clue what to expect. I have zero clue what to expect. I am really scared because I don't want to do this run back. That's okay, though. I'm ready for anything. Just don't get one shot. That's my only... Okay. Is that a... You know what? Whatever it is, I'm gonna activate that, I'm going to activate that summon sign over there because I would rather not have to do that run back again and just have our journey continue. So, whatever it is. And there's a lot of little guys here. And even a big guy. Gosh. Yo! Ah! I didn't expect that. This is what a delight. What a delight not having a boss fight and having a bonfire at the end of the Shrine of Amana. That's behind us now, friends. Just... can't stop winning. Felicia the Brave. Tempted to hit her with a bye, Felicia, but no, it's alright. No, let's go. Oh, my equipment is going to break. Delightful. Felicia the Brave, show me what you got. Destroy these creatures. I must say, I've never met these little entities outside of Drangleic in the Metropolis. This is, there's been a lot of all kinds of critters that I've only ever seen here. And man, I should have just... Here. Why didn't I set it at the bonfire? That's okay. I'm sometimes not the wisest sometimes. That's okay. Here, I'm going to eat an ember herb if you like it. Go ahead and fight them, creature. Not creature, sorry, Felicia. Fight the creatures, Felicia. Nice. Alright. Do you guys know the name of these little insect things? I'd love to know. And wait, is this place not over? Felicia, I need to consult with you. Is this in fact just the middle of the Amana Shrine of Amana? You guys, this might be like... I don't know, that's such a horrible realization. Let that not be true. Let that not be an entire other half of the Shrine of Amana that I'm about to have to enter. That's a lot of paladins. It's a lot of clerics. It was too easy. Felicia, thank you. Oh my gosh, Felicia, this is hell. You guys, how did this happen? What did... Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry, Felicia. No, I'm coming your way. Thank you for trying. 1, 2. The numerology helps sometimes. I'm sorry, Felicia. Goodbye. Are they coming my way? They are. You guys, this is such a terrible plot twist. This feels like objectively like an even worse layout than the previous one. There's like no cover here. I mean, there is cover, but excuse me, not. Well, you know, maybe no. I'm overreacting. I need to consider that this isn't as bad as I thought it is, as I think it is. Okay. Never mind. I can overreact all I want. That's okay. This is a truly dreadful set of events that just happened. I was truly certain that that was it, but that's all right. Huh. The will shrivels just a little bit. You know what? I'm tempted to... Also, you know what? YFAT? I don't often do this, but if you so choose, if you wish, I would love to team up at least just once and perhaps help in fighting this order of paladins and clerics that you yourself do not claim to be a part of. You know, I'm sure clerical wars, holy wars and stuff, common amongst your people. Teaming up with a dark mage surely isn't that out of your scope. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and use another effigy, because I would honestly really like to have Felicia on this part of the adventure. Because Felicia makes me feel a little less alone in this predicament. Okay, what is everyone saying? So, Wi-Fi says the pain isn't over yet. I guess not. Yeah, good times. It would have been funny, like, sorry, it's interesting because there was 3 bonfires so far in this area. We just got the 3rd one, which, like, logically, it feels like that should be it, you know? And there was a... Excuse me, what do you even call it? So yeah, there's the first one. The first one was like, oh, this is kind of dreadful, whatever. Then the second bonfire was like, okay, we're gonna get out of this place. And then it actually was that whole area that we had to go through just now. And now the 3rd time, it's happening again. The exact same premise. Which, I don't know, slightly dreadful. That's okay. I am positive. We're gonna be positive. Surely this is not the end. Or, sorry, surely this is... Surely it's gonna get better. Yeah, we're gonna put it that way. Anyway, to whoever is joining, welcome, friends. Welcome to the Deluge of Voices. I am just a wizard trying to make my way through Drangleic for the first time. I am searching for memories, trying to remember my past, trying to find a cool wizard hat, find cool spells, discover some kind of a meaning in all this. And speaking of meaning, currently it seems like, well, before, a bit before, my meaning was to find death, a conclusive death, given that my state of undeath seems, I mean, this kind of, I don't know, makes existence feel not particularly meaningful. But then, that seems to have just changed. Oh, peculiar kindler. Wow, okay. Are we... No. Don't attack Felicia. Oh, Kindlelure. Okay, you know what? Felicia, you're doing good. Felicia, you're okay. I'm sorry, Felicia. I summoned you for this purpose. I do not know what I'm about to get here. Okay. Felicia has been vanquished. I'm sorry, Felicia. Is he right behind me? He is not. I feel kind of terrible for that, but okay. What do we have here? Hello. Goodbye. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We're about to find the 4th bonfire of the Shrine of Amana. So, I mean, I look back, and I did kind of leave Felicia to die. Like very, very much left her to die, which... I don't know, that might haunt me for a bit, but I feel like I might have done worse things. Anyway, let's go ahead and face whatever is ahead of us. What are you? Demon of Song. Okay. Hello. Are you a frog? I mean, that's kind of cool. I like frogs. You're really fucked up, though. I mean, I love your design, man. Who did make you? I am not doing any damage to him. Okay. What an interesting creature. I've never met anything quite like you. I'm a big fan of frogs, huge fan of frogs. You're not a frog I care for, if I'm being honest. Okay. It kind of looks like a primordial serpent. You know what I mean? Like, that face looks like that of a primordial serpent a little bit. Okay. That's not terrible. In fact, I think we're a pretty good shot here. Stay back from me. My only fear is that he's just gonna one-shot me with some crazy frog ability. Like, kind of like that. But I guess he's slow enough that that's not gonna be the case, maybe. It's a little encouraging. Oh, that's kind of scary. Why are you getting more range? One. Oh, good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is done. The Demon of Song has been felled. Glory. Demon of Song Soul. Key to the embedded. Before I even forget about it, what is the key to the embedded? Let's see. I don't think I've ever realized I've ever encountered the embedded. Embedded? Perhaps it is no key after all, and something different. We'll think about that. Oh, I get some Estus, Ear, Stretch, Glory. Okay, what are the voices saying, my friends? Are these really considered paladins? They use intelligence-based magic and spam from a distance. Sounds more like wizard, maybe a spellbladed at best, says Michael. Michael, I mean, that's what I thought. I feel like that makes sense. But like their relation to a shrine, and also, I guess, the whole like clerical attire and I guess religious organization. I mean, like their seemingly kind of a hierarchy that they have here, where they kind of seemingly worship something. To me, indicates them as paladin, cleric adjacent, but and also Wyfat, I think, has said something about their origin or them being like that, but who knows. Also, we did just kill that thing. I am delighted. I deeply do not wish to find those items or go for those items. If you all want me to go to those items, I will. Please let me know if you desire me to. Right now, I just sometimes, while the wizard is, while I am full of wanderlust and all that, I'd much rather just get out of here. It's kind of like you don't stick around Blighttown because you want to find every little nook of it. You just want to get the hell out of Blighttown. Kind of like that, yeah. Grimir says it's such a weird boss, to be honest. That was a strange experience for sure. I'm not entirely certain of what to make of it, if I'm being honest. But I'll think about it more. Wyfat says you mispronounced the boss's name. You swapped the D and the S for some reason. Oh, my bad, dude. Was it what was it? Just Dong? Fair enough. Delightful. Okay. I should have known. I'll have to look at the stream. That sounds like something that Miyazaki would put in the game. Alright, whoever's joining, welcome to the Deluge of Voices. We are slowly making our way out of the Shrine of Amana. This is my first time here. Very happy to have you all. Okay. Also, I am currently... as y'all would know, I'm trying to remember my memories from the past, and if you guys have any questions regarding the past of this wizard, please let me know, ask me. I would like to have that moment to inquire about the potential nature of my past, because I don't know, it's like inquiring into the past seems to be actually helpful in remembering it, so it's just something to consider. Thank you all again. And goodness, we have 370 voices in the Deluge. Happy to have you all here, friends. Ah, the joy of actually having a door that opens. Huh. Alright. Pretty ominous so far. I wonder who invented the elevators in Dragon Lake. Because this technology seems to be kind of very prevalent everywhere. And yet, I feel like they're not particularly easy to set up to be this easy to operate. Or at least, I don't know. I don't fully grasp the nature of elevators. Maybe there's a counterweight somewhere. Surely there is. Anyway, where are we going? Yo, are we back in the castle? That would be my main guess. Undead Crypt. Oh, fuck me. Alright. It's you again. Last time I was streaming, the audio on this guy got messed up because of his primordial nature. Well, surely you wish to tell me something. Please share. Yes, I think so. I'll take that. Mostly curiosity. And at this point, I'm not entirely sure if I'm trying to overcome the curse. That was my initial goal, but you seem to be saying that I should, like, usurp the local king. And I kind of have experience in usurping kings. At least that I think I do. I do remember him. Not sure who you're referring to. I don't know. I remember there was a time in my life where it was vengeance, but now it's, I don't know, I guess just trying to make sense of it all, honestly. It feels like there needs to be some kind of a good story at the end of it all. And without an ending, you can't really have a good story, or the story just doesn't end. And I don't know, there's so many points in your life where it's kind of like, wow, that was a great story. And then life just goes on. And I feel like being undead has made it so there's just no conclusive ending to any of it. And as such, the narrative, the story just doesn't conform to any kind of narrative that I know. And I think that's been the biggest thing, honestly, is just that, is trying to have a good story. I don't think I desire peace. I don't think it was ever really the thing that I craved, even when I sought death. I think now it's really, I don't know, I guess, yeah, as I said before, I want a good story, and I don't think peace was a good ending for this one, although, I don't know, I'll find a way to make a good story in spite of my death. I think I can do it. I think we have to make new kinds of stories. Farewell for now. Huh. All right. Oh, what are the voices saying? The plague is slowly consuming my energy, so I'll unfortunately have to take my leave. Have a great stream, Wizard and Voices. Hope you discover your memories in your adventure. Thank you, Grimnir. It's been really delightful to have you here. To anyone who doesn't know, Grimnir has a wonderful YouTube channel where he does delightful essays on Souls-like games and other content as well. I highly encourage you to check out Grimnir Talks YouTube channel. It's great stuff. We will be doing a collaboration on Bloodborne pretty soon. Wyfat says, "A lie will remain a lie." Very delightful. Thank you for that, Wyfat. Okay, fair enough. I'm not sure exactly what to imagine at this point. I'm not exactly sure what to do with a big tree. It's like, do I want peace? Do I really want death? This has been kind of an amazing adventure. It's like, you know, despite my death, it feels like I've had a purpose recently in whatever it is that this land has had in store for me. And I've really been enjoying the company of the voices. So, I don't know, it seems strange to just want to put that all behind me now. But maybe a good story should have an ending.
I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered.
I mean, I appreciate you saying that, Harold. Maybe I've been too suspicious of you in the past. To those who do not know, I have been deeply suspicious of the Emerald Herald for I don't fully grasp her function. Okay, tell you what. I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. I think let's try one attunement here. Maybe but 8 vigor is so powerful. I think we're gonna stick with 8 vigor and upgrade some faith. Perfection. Okay. All right. And you know that actually also lets us possibly upgrade my staff. Yes, I think I can upgrade my staff. Maybe even both of them at this point. How many? Oh, I definitely have enough. I for sure have enough to upgrade my staff. Let's do that ASAP. Let's see what's everyone saying. Everyone's pretty quiet right now. That's good. We have 358 voices in the deluge. Happy to have you all, friends. This is going to be I think, a delightful adventure we're about to have for the next maybe 2 or so hours. Okay, so here, let me see what we have. Yes, upgrade once again. And so that's done. That's behind us now. Fantastic. Now we have a fully upgraded sunset staff. I can now cast wonderful hexes. Yes. Joy, joy, joy. And for that remainder, I'm going to go ahead and buy some more life gems, because life gems are just, you know, life gems are precious. Never not need them. And that finally brings us to the crypt once again. Let's see, what are we going to get here? Actually, where even is the crypt? Is this the crypt? Under crypt? I totally thought it was a part of the castle. Okay. Okay. I know, the architecture of castles is always so oppressive. It feels like it really channels the aura that a king tries to create for himself amongst his people. Because it's like, you know, most of the time you don't even really see the king. All you see is this castle in the distance. A kind of a man-made mountain that, you know, just oppressively washes over the land, making you think that there is in fact a person behind all that. Okay. Here, let's try this. Let's try this again. Here. Come, try it. Okay. Understood. Here. You fool. Okay. Now, killing knights at this point is getting not necessarily trivial, but I've defeated quite a few, and so now there isn't as much of a joy in defeating them. But given their involvement in my past, I guess I'm still eager to do it. To those who don't remember that, what was my relation to the knights, I will elaborate on that a little later. Okay. Oh gosh, it's the guy. All right. Well, why fat? let's do this. Okay. Alright, so this is the paladin is once again attacking us. Taking a drink of water. This is not the first time that we've been attacked by Wyfat. I am expecting him to come through that door there, but the paladin might be playing games with us. Okay. Perhaps the paladin is playing games with us. Interesting. Not gonna lie, kind of not necessarily horrified, but this is slightly horrific. What is this? Wow, that's cool. Okay. I presume this is something I can kill. Okay, this is good. This is good. I assume the paladin is in fact behind. Yep, there you are. Okay. Oh, not doing that. Not doing that. You come here. I am not fighting them. Fighting whatever that is out there. I would much rather we face on even ground. Well, I suppose it's fair that you can select where you want to fight, but I think this would be a more epical battle, perhaps. I don't know. Oh, you. What? Understood. Good game, Paladin. That was fucking crazy. All right. And that's the Paladin for you guys. Nice one, Wyfat. That was insane. I'm still processing that. Okay. I'm sure we're probably going to see the Paladin again at some point this evening. Paladin, that was extremely jarring what just happened there, but that was cool. Okay. Thank you for that. Huh. Alright, so we are just going to make our way through the crypt. Yeah, very nice, Wyfat. That was, you feel completely destroyed after that. Thank you for that. Truly. You seem different now. Where's your axe? Last time he had fought us with a giant axe, and that was pretty cool, but I suppose not as practical as whatever that just was. Okay. We're just gonna slowly make our way through the crypt. Man. There was a lot between the whole escape from the burning village and the troll encounter and everything that ended up happening with... Oh wow, okay, that's cool. Everything that ended up happening with the undead and the skeleton army. I might elaborate on that in just a moment. I am still slightly frazzled by what just happened, so I'm going to try to move on. I should say that is extremely powerful, being actually a doorway, like an actual doorway. I didn't know that was in Dark Souls 2. Was there one like that in Dark Souls 1? I feel like there's definitely a weapon like that in Dark Souls 3, but I can't for sure remember if there was one in 1. This was in fact the origin of the double door shield. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh, I forget. That's a hex user over there. Alright. I think we're gonna have to combat him wizard to wizard. Alright. So he doesn't happen to have a... Oh, gosh. He does not have a sunset staff, and I have a sunset staff. And at this point, I've got a lot of experience with dealing with his kin. Here. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Simple as... Okay. I'm going to cut you down with my sword. Alright. Dollar store hex users over here. That was underwhelming. That's okay though. They tried, for sure. Moving on. Checking in with the voices. Wi-Fi says he traded the axe for the big sword. Understandable. I think it was worth it. That was delightfully done, friend. Michael says perhaps more than 8 vigor would make the fight longer. Fair enough. I don't know, man. I feel like that's 8 vigor is what you're supposed to have. Everything else is like not right. Okay. Fair enough. Understandable. Who are you? Well, I'll tell you what, this sure isn't light. Okay. Someone behind me? Yep. 1, 2. Ooh, okay. Anyone behind me? Yep. Okay, let's give that another shot here. Oh, I guess it's called a Monday, alright. Moving forward. Trying to remember more of the past. It's not really coming to me immediately. This place is... Oh wow, that was close. Wi-Fi says, no, I like my enemies squishy. Fair enough. Those aren't hexes, those are everythingers? I presume those are the spells you're talking about. I do not know this term, but eager to learn more about the local magics. This is a delightful maze here. Can I break the stones? Okay, cool. I was really worried for a second. Like oh yeah, you can't walk in between these stones. I shouldn't have done that. The guy has incredible aura. Fair enough. Tell you what, let's just... Man, quiet, dude. Why are you still ringing? Okay, well, I've clearly made a mistake, I think. I've once again alerted the skeletons. Oh man, I just realized we are in a crypt. I am going to be dealing with skeletons here. To those who don't remember, I am not on good terms with the skeletons. I've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. The skeletons have... I mean, I've made great allies with them at a point. We were very good friends, but it just didn't work out, our alliance. Man. So... Gosh, okay. I don't know what that is. Like a wraith of some kind? I've not really had to deal with their kin before. 1, 2, 3. I'm deeply sorry for disturbing the peace. I don't mean to do it, I swear. It just keeps happening. Alright. Wi-Fi says, when someone asked them what spells they want to use, they replied, yes. Oh, fair enough. Okay. I'm assuming that term, the everythingers, is the... Oh, everythingers. I don't know why I read fingers as fingers. I was like, oh, that's interesting. What's that in reference to? Okay, that makes sense, though. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, learning spells all your life only to falter like that. Unfortunate. What do we have here? Probably should have checked before opening the chest, but thankfully it's not trapped. Dried fingers. Speaking of fingers, yeah, that's the kind of thing I was expecting there. Bonfire ascetic, twinkling titanite. Very nice. I'm just gonna jump down over here. I've missed an item. And actually, I thought that I was jumping into the area I was just in a moment ago, but clearly not. Ugh. Suboptimal for sure. Is he gonna activate the bell? I hope he can't do that. I still don't understand exactly what the bell did. It just didn't feel right, you know? It felt like everyone knew I was there. Oh, man. Alright. Die. Grimnir was delightful in asking me questions regarding the wizard's past. I am just curious, do you all have any other inquiries? Or was Grimnir the only one at all interested in further exploring that? Feeling in a particularly lore crafting mood today, or I suppose. Oh. Nameless Usurper. I don't know who this could be. Either way, I'm definitely not where I should be. I don't like... Oh, whoa. Stay away, please. Okay. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. Dollar Store Usurper. Okay, we're just, yeah, being careful here. And moving on forward. Alright, we have 410 voices in the deluge. Happy to have you all here, friends. Hope the evening is going well for you. I am very much enjoying, well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm enjoying my time in the crypt. More so just the talking to you guys. You know, crypts are not great. I think some of my worst memories have definitely been in a crypt. I remember when the king had ordered the execution of my family and all that, and when I was like taken prisoner, I was placed in a dungeon underneath the kingdom. But it wasn't really a prison. It not in a typical sense. No, it really was like its own kind of realm. It felt like. It was just, they were just like, oh yeah, just throw him in the darkness, and there wasn't really a way out, and it was this kind of infinite maze of winding corridors, and I guess starvation and other people like me trapped deep within the darkness. Reality began to like just make less and less sense down there. It was I mean, man, the kind of things we did back then, that was horrible. All ate each other. Yeah, I think canonical cannibalism in the wizard's background, confirmed. Anyway, I can talk more about the dungeons. I think I have many stories from the dungeons, but I really actually also try to forget about them. Okay, here we go. I do like these guys. Just the sheer dedication to being a wall is respectable. I'm assuming these are knights and not golems, which kind of makes them more respectable in that sense. But really speaks to how knights do function as just cogs in the greater machine of the kingdom, as opposed to there being really their own, like, I guess, individuals in a sense. Oh no, there definitely been some knights that have been very individualistic. Think classic Arthurian literature, have lots of accounts of those. Anyway, I'm going to jump down, and I have a feeling I'm going to regret it. What do I have? I have some resonant souls. I have basically no spells. That's okay. You know what? I'll use an ember herb. Hell yeah. Let's give it a shot. And actually, before anything, when someone asked, Michael says, beware the bells. Understood. I unfortunately have already used them a few times. Waffet says, the bells summon the wraiths infinitely. Ooh, that's an interesting mechanic. Michael says, if you second hand the sword, the heavy attack is a thrust. I don't know if I want... I don't think I want to do a thrust. I feel like thrusts tend to neglect the point of having a sword, in that they, might as well have a rapier at that point. Ooh. This is very, concerning where I am. That's not a good noise. Die. Again, I suppose. I don't think that was an alive person to begin with. Here, what do we have? Radiant Life Gem, Homeward Bone. I'll take it. And also execute this man again. 1, 2. Delightful. But yeah, no, trapped in the dungeon, I truly did lose my sense of time. I think I remember walking the endless depths, and the point, I saw this being with just these black wings and red eyes, and I'll tell about that later. That's not a good time to talk about the being with red eyes. And, ugh, we really are in a pickle. Yes! I tried. I truly tried there. I think we were making good progress there for a second. Got four in one blow, but the fifth one, damn. I'm pretty sure they hit the bells this time around. That's suboptimal. Okay. Wow. The death was devastating. 60 people left all at once. Fair enough. I appreciate you guys. Okay. We are going to keep trying to move. I think they're not going to follow me, right? They're not really kind of following nuts. Yeah, no, I'm just making my way through. I care not about whether you're going to follow me. You guys ultimately are slow at following anyways. So, okay. Already killed them all. I don't feel bad for walking past them. Do not produce light. Understandable. I will not do so. Fair enough. But you know, I remember, yeah, there was at some point, I think this was before I ever died, I saw a deep in the dungeons, a being with black wings and glowing red eyes, and I think I remember very distinctly it just like reaching towards me, its limbs elongating in a way that shouldn't have been possible. Its maw opening wider than should have been possible, and just swallowing me. And then I woke up again in the dungeon, and that was the very first of my deaths. Many deaths afterwards. I still can't quite parse whether or not that was a dream, because at a point when you die too many times, and every time you die there isn't any kind of sign on your body that you've died, a lot of things begin to feel kind of like a dream. And that was one such experience for me. Yeah, no. Can't tell you for sure how many years I spent down there. It certainly felt like years and years, but maybe it was only a few months. Tell you what though, by the time I got out, the kingdom was very different. So, yeah. I suspect it certainly was quite a while. Anyway, we'll talk more about the dungeon later, for sure. You also missed a bonfire, says YFAT. That's unfortunate. Let me go ahead and search for such a thing. I think there might have been one back here, maybe? That'd be my best guess. No! Alright, just cutting my way through gravestones. Kind of metal, actually. Very cool. I do think this all does feel like a mistake. I am going to get shot by something random and I will be dead in moments. Or stabbed by a skeleton. That is also a common fate down here, for sure. That's alright. Huh. Man. Alright, now I'm gonna walk in here and I'm gonna figure out the crypt for sure. I have no doubt of that. And you know, I gotta say it every now and then, you know, to anyone new joining. This is my first experience with Dark Souls 2, and I'm just trying to kind of be a wizard slash, I guess. What's the right word for it? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was like being a wizard. Trying to understand who it was that I was before all of the things in Drang Lake. Before I ever commented Drang Lake. Okay. Do not enjoy being chipped by enemies like that, but that's okay. I just leave everyone behind me here. That's no point in staying, I don't think. It's alright. Alright. Maybe one of these days I should start leveling up Vigor. That actually... Maybe that is in fact what I should do. Tell you what, yeah, next time I have a chance, I will level up Vigor, so that our battles are not going to be as short. I mean, tell you what, I mean, y'all remember I used to tell y'all I was at a point a barbarian? That was a while ago. That was way before I was ever a wizard. I was a barbarian. Since then, certainly my muscle mass has decreased, and my resilience has decreased as well, and I've more pursued a cerebral kind of path throughout this world. But yeah, no, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't just a barbarian. It was that actually happened right before my time. Sorry, right after my time with the troll in that cave. Y'all remember I said that I was searching for a... Oh gosh, what am I doing here? That's okay. I think we're damned. I think we're damned and dead. That's okay. At least there's a bonfire. That's okay. But yeah, if y'all remember, I was telling y'all that I was at a point with the troll stuck in that cave, and once I got out and followed him to the bridge, I was on a road, and I can now very clearly remember I got ambushed. I got ambushed on that road. I never made it to the castle. It was an ambush of what turned out to be a werewolf cult of barbarians. They were very much just this pagan group, I guess, raiding the streets, being a menace to the local kingdom. And I was just like a traveler. I mean, I was like, what, I'd guess probably, I don't know, maybe like, what, 13, 14? Sounds right. So, they didn't really want too much with me. I think they were considering eating me. That was their cannibalistic ways. But I ended up proving to be kind of useful immediately, or at least I kind of sold myself in a way that they were interested in, because, you know, in my past I've been a sculptor, and my background in sculpting, I try to sell them like, hey guys, what if, you know, I see all those crazy talismans and trinkets y'all got like hanging around y'all. What if I helped y'all make them, and even better? How about that? And so they were kind of into the idea, so just kind of let me live. And also, I do apologize for completely ignoring the forlorn there. I am getting carried away with remembering the story, so I appreciate all of y'all's patience. Thank you. But yeah, no, I was just, hey guys, what if I actually offer my services to you? I don't have any kind of money. My village just got burned down by a dragon, and I can make y'all your talismans. And I guess I got lucky. Was high on persuasion, but they kind of agreed. They were just like, oh, okay, cool, you know, fair enough. That's better than just eating you. You don't have a lot of meat on you anyways. And so they let me go, and it was my first experience. Oh shit, they didn't let me go. That's actually the thing. They kind of took me in for a while, and I was certainly I guess the beginning of a new life that I had there. I can share more stories from there with you all in just a moment, but we'll get to the time in the werewolf cult in just a bit after I'm done with this area. I might want to make at least some advancement before we progress in my recollection of the old narrative of my life. Okay. Cool. You know what? This is a good time to use an effigy. An effigy signifies we are going to ball out and actually do well. So I'm going to do exactly that, and I'm going to use an Estus flask to also be topped off and ready to find summon signs, because a summon sign in a place like this, pretty good. I would like to do that. Also, thank you, IFAT, for showing me the bonfire. You picked up a really good sword earlier, says Wyfat. Huh. What could I have picked up? This is interesting. What is the sword? Is this the sword? Sword that opens embedded's door, shaped like a key, but is in fact a key. Shaped like a weapon, but is in fact a key. Sorry. Shaped like a key, but is in fact a key. Now, plunge the key into the embedded to bring the rhapsodic end to his fate. The once human embedded, realizing that he could never resist the temptations of the flesh, bound himself eternally with chains. Since then, he has awaited the day that somebody will find this key and bury it within his bosom. Huh. What a chaste individual. Fair enough. I guess we're going to find this embedded soon enough. I'm certain of it. Okay, we are going to also start casting hexes at these people. What? Alright, try me. Fool. What? Okay, got them all. Okay, cool. For a second there, it was just like, oh no, I've just completely missed, but that's okay, we're good. Whoever's joining in, just a wizard looking for a purpose. And searching for memories in Dark Souls 2, playing it for the first time. Okay, jumping right in. I deeply suspect somebody's going to ring the bell down here, and that'll be the end of it. But let's hope not. What are we working with? Oh no, I want to deal with you. Maybe over here. This could be the path. Of course. Okay. This is not good. Oh, yes, that's the right one. Perfect. It's so dark in here. Gosh. Kind of want a torch. This looks like a place I'm supposed to go, but I feel like there should be a bonfire closer. Yes, delightful. I love when the chest doesn't have a health bar. Always a pleasant surprise. Magic stone and a Dark Knight stone. Dark Knight stone. Well, awesome. We can now embed another thing with dark. This is a wonderful turn of events. Also, whatever this is, let's give it a shot. I think I was just coming through over there on the opposite side. It's so dark, I have no idea what that did. For all I know, it called an elevator or something. Oh, I guess it just did exactly this. Oh, that kind of works out. Yeah, that means I don't even really need a bonfire because I can just run past through here now. Delightful. Well, are y'all ready for whatever it is that's on the other side of that fog? I think I'm ready. And also, aged crits. Hey, folks. Hello, friend. So good to have you here. Delightful. What a pleasant thing. The company is growing. How is your day going, aged crits? Oh gosh. 1, 2. These wraiths are kind of beasts. They are... Is my sight deceiving me? What am I looking at there? Is that like 5 giant knights? And like 4 wraiths? Okay, well, we're gonna have to be very careful. Oh, you keep on spawning. I forgot that's your whole gimmick, right? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Having any kind of pyromancers is really suboptimal. It does, I think, ultimately invoke the memories of watching my village burn, even from a distance. I remember even when I was like miles away by the time the dragon was there, even from miles I could feel the heat of its breath. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Man, they're just gonna keep ringing the bell, huh? Okay. H-Crit okay, so Wyfat says the key sword is also weirdly good. Okay. I might experiment with it. I don't immediately know if that appeals to me aesthetically. I do like Merlin's Bane. For anyone who doesn't know, this is in fact the name of this sword, imbued with darkness. It is a sword not befit that would, theoretically kill wizards that serve kings like Merlin. So yeah, that's Merlin's Bane for you. H. Crit says this is a really good wizard sword that can drop from those ghosts. There is a really good wizard sword that can drop from those ghosts. Ooh, okay. Man, well, maybe I should be killing these ghosts. 1, 2, 3. Totally intentional dodge there. I feel like I can just be going on infinitely with these. Man. Maybe I should just walk around. I think, yeah, what am I losing? Possibly 1 life and being... No, dude! Dude, let me go! Fair enough. Fair enough. I should have known this would have happened. This is the typical experience of Dark Souls 2 when you try to run into a fog. Because you see, the fog in Dark Souls 2, it actually is very viscous in a way you don't expect a fog to be. You kind of have to actually just push your way through the fog as though it's a physical substance, which, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, but, that's alright, so it's not too bad. Here, I think if I go right there, I think, yeah, there we are right back in this room, so not much has been lost, thankfully. Man, what was I talking about before? Actually, yes, find the person that's ringing the bell. You are so wise, Wi-Fi. Thank you for just being so wise. Who keeps ringing the doorbell? It says H Crits. You guys are on point. Who is ringing the bell? The plot twist is going to be that it is in fact Wi-Fi. Where is the bell? Ooh, I didn't know you had soul spears. It's kind of not cool. Oh, what if I can do it? I think I can do it. You guys, I did it. What am I? Oh, should I have done that? That gives me paladin energy. Oh. Oh my god. I feel like I've seen these as common enemies previously. Maybe I'm mistaken. 1. Okay, so far, feels like a regular enemy. What? Okay, that was not a common thing. I could have probably dodged that, excuse me. So I guess that was a knight, not a paladin. Velstadt, the Royal Aegis. Okay. Well, let's maybe find that bell now. I think that bell would be a good idea this time. Oh my god, does he have the bell? Is the bell in fact his weapon? That seems to make sense and to be consistent with what has been established so far. And given that he has a weapon that is also an axe, I wouldn't be surprised if he is ringing the bell. I don't know. That might be a stretch, though. Is the skeleton going to follow me? Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Man, in those dungeons, yeah, we encountered a lot of skeletons. I wasn't not really a friend with them, though, so I'm remembering now it was around the time when I was in the wizard school. Classic, you kind of have to have a wizard school to a degree to at least have standardized wizard knowledge passed down to other wizards. I mean, in my early stages of wizard school, I did mostly just basic things. I'll get to how I got there later, perhaps, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because, I ended up getting in with the grad committee. In the grad committee, I ended up finding a group of wizards that were interested in, I guess, necromancy and traditionally labeled dark magics. And man, I really just like, when I try to tell you guys a story, I really am not doing very good. That's okay. Anyway, to put it short, but the king was kind of getting more and more radical, and as he was attacking the local elven population and was like removing them out of our cities, he decided to kind of increase the surveillance over the wizard college. And in that time of conflict and turmoil, that's when my relation to the dark magic grad committee got revealed. And that was also, I believe, the main primary reason, at least one of the big reasons why my family was later executed by a knight, and why I myself was sent into that eternal dungeon. That sounds like that's most of the story, but I might be forgetting details. That's not very fun to think about, admittedly, but that sounds about right. Okay, could be. Oh wow! Whoa! I just really lagged there for a second. Okay, this is not a good place to be, guys. Not a good place to be a wizard. Huh. Okay, well, somewhere there is a man with a bell, and not behind the fog wall, I suspect. So we're gonna try that another time, again. Okay, and the first time I'm gonna actually check in on the voices. Better listen to YFAT, says H. Crits. No, man, I saw you said it first. Thank you, H. Crits. Belt says, everyone says Bellboy beat down. Fair enough. FromSoft does that with their paladins. Fair enough. Okay, well, we're gonna try that again. And this time actually, what if he's just back here or something? That feels like that would make sense, because it starts ringing every time I walk further, so surely he isn't too far back, too far ahead. Are you the bellboy? Oh, you're the bellboy. Okay. I'd be wary of attacking. Fair enough. What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh. Can I stop it with my body? Can I just like... what about this bell makes it so that I can't stop this bell? Okay, there we go. It's good. Alright, fair enough. Alright, well, we found him. Okay. The journey continues. Hopefully that was, in fact, the last one of them. I'm going to take my time with these, you know? And if in the end that's a mistake and I die to the boss and have to do this all again, I will try to just walk around them. But I want to completely destroy these people at least once. 1, 2. Like, actually counting how many attacks it takes to kill an enemy is sometimes deeply satisfying and also kind of grounding in a way. Feels like that. Again, I've mentioned before the numerology of how many times it takes to kill people, how many blows it takes to kill people, is deeply empowering, I think. So, here. Oh yes, just like that. The other guy should stay back. Okay. Come on. I'm just a wizard. Come on. backstab you? I'm going to backstab you. Or perhaps fail at backstabbing you, but still stab you, kind of. Okay. I have to say, the backstabs in this game are by far the most satisfying in all of the software games. I love the multiple slices. It's cool. It's makes it feel like I actually am like having actually taking great advantage of my positioning, and that's cool. All right. Oh, you're no Paladin Wyfat. Paladin Wyfat, I trust you not to interfere in this duel, because if you do, I don't know. I'm gonna die, and you're not really gonna get to fight me. And I don't know if you desire that. Also, okay, I have a strong suspicion the Paladin will destroy us. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe this time I won't get backstabbed instantly. Notably, see how I'm using up all my hexes. This could be a problem later down the line. This enemy will in fact respawn later. Okay, okay. Oh. Thanks, dude. Alright. Okay. Damn. That's a lot of health you have there. Good fight. Good fight, friend. That was nerve-wracking. That was truly nerve-wracking. Okay. Good fight, Wyfat. We are tied once more. Damn. Okay. Adrenaline. It's like PvP honestly does give like higher adrenaline than actual boss fights, I think, most of the time. Thank you for that, Wyfat. I appreciate you invading. That was cool. I guess we are, yeah, once again tied. We will see. I'm sure in the future you will destroy me once more. That's just the nature of our eternal conflict at this point. Fragment of the branch of yore. I'll take a fragment of the branch of yore. That's nice. All right. What do we have? Yeah, anything else? Torch. Man, I have a lot of torches. One of these days, I've said it before, but I'm just gonna activate a torch and let it run out, just to watch the fire burn. Yeah. Here, what's everyone saying? Oh, another Dark Knight Stone. Delightful. Now I actually don't feel bad about upgrading my weapon, or upgrading a new weapon besides the Merlin's Bane. Aged Crit says, there you go. Got the intuitional. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. I'm assuming that's about the bellboy. Aged Crit says you should check the critical animations for spears. They are really good in DS2. Oh man, I've not even considered there would be different animations for different weapons. That kind of makes me want to experiment more. Wizard Spear, you guys? It's gonna happen for real? Let's see. Good mix-up. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. Wyfat was expecting a soul arrow. Fair enough. No, I mean, that's totally legit. I understand. I think I was close to out of soul arrows, I think, but I don't know. Poison throwing knife. Fair enough. I have to say, the Soul Greatsword, probably one of my favorite spells. I think we've mentioned before, there's a dark version of it, and I would really like to find that because it's really fun to use. Okay, this time around, I'm going to eat a little bit of herb, that ember herb, and we're going to step right back in here and try to do this, maybe not on the first try, but we'll try to do it on the first try. How about that? All right. Am I going to watch another animation? I'm not. Okay. 1, 2. Dude, I'm like stupid. Okay, that was actually moronic on my end. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. Okay. I definitely could have done better there. Again, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah, like all I have to do is just like dodge before he hits me and not like Okay, yeah, right. Like that. Ah, damn it. No, the column actually doesn't help. Twice? Okay. One. I almost feel like I should use my sword against this guy, because he's slow enough that I could. Oh, that's not good. That's a hex. Is that a hex? What are you doing? Oh no, are you gonna summon the wraiths? No, he'll do that. Okay. I fell for one of the classic tricks. This is a standard dark hex spell there. If you're all familiar. Yeah, honestly, I can't believe I fell for that. That was the torment of 1,000 souls. That's what we used to call it back when I was in college. Yeah, typical mix-up. It takes a second to cast, but it just kills you instantly. Mostly if you're a wizard. In academia, that's mostly how we operated. Was, you know, if it killed you as a wizard, it probably killed most things. But then again, we didn't have particularly great vitality back then, so you know, it happens. All right. Well, now the strategy is in fact to not do that all again and to just run into the arena and. Oh, notice how the big knight is missing now. That's kind of cool. So what, I'm going to try and have a little bit of a mix-up here. Here, see how they are going to follow me? If I do that, then I might be able to get over here, and they might not follow me in time. Yes, exactly like that. Okay. All right. At it again. Okay, I really deserved that. I did not expect that for some reason, which is kind of dumb. Let's try it again. One. No, that was pure luck on my end. I should have gotten hit. To be fair, I am... man, that really hurts. I don't know how I'm surviving these hits, but, you know. In a sense, I do like that with low vitality, I kind of get a more of a realistic feel, slightly more realistic feel for what I would reasonably survive, because there isn't a human that could, like, survive a bell like that. And I don't... And the fact that I nearly die each time, I think, is a miracle. You're really formidable at this point. I respect your royal aegis. I'm disappointed in my own ability to dodge you there. I feel like what I'm doing wrong here is I am using my dark orbs, which I shouldn't be doing, I think. I think that actually right now is not the way to go. In fact, let me actually even see what I can be using against him to be like more effective. So I already have dark on my weapon. I have dark orb. What else do I have? Could try soul spears. You know what? Let's try a soul spear. Yeah, let's try a soul spear. And instead of whatever that is, instead of the resonant soul, maybe try, not dark hail, but... Could I do scraps of life? Not scraps of life, no. There was a... Yeah, Dark Storm. Let's try Dark Storm instead of that. Yeah, maybe that'll do something this time around. Fingers crossed, for sure. Okay. What's everyone saying? Okay. H-Crit says, Velstadt playing Whack-A-Wizard. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, that's a little too real there. A little too close to home aged grades. Wi-Fi says, what a pathetic night falling to the dark. Fair enough. I mean I respect where he was coming from, but I mean clearly see how easily he destroyed me with the hex. the hexes, truly their greatest downside, or like that the people talk, the corruption that people talk about with hexes, is that they do make lives too easy. It's like the same kind of energy as like, oh, you shouldn't use smartphones because smartphones like make it so that you don't have to like remember things anymore. Literally the same thing, but hexes are just better at things that other spells are than other spells, which, you know, it's just, yeah, it makes life a little too easy. I think that's really the main thing. And this time around, I'm not going to use my hexes. I'm going to die to this man. No, I'm just kidding, not yet. I just want to be at full health before I... Here, try to hit me. 1. That's pretty good. I'll take that, you know? That's a reasonable amount of damage that we're doing there. And I'll actually also grab this, or I'll try to grab that. I grabbed it right in time. And I think it was 0 souls that I just picked up. Because I forgot to do it last time, didn't I? That's pretty funny. Okay. I mean, at this point, I really just need to lock in. I feel like that's really the biggest thing, is I'm kind of dilly-dallying a little bit and not actually just focusing on the fight in the way that I should. Alright. Let's see what else everyone's saying. H-Crit says, looked like super dark hail. It did, for sure. I don't know. The super dark hail, don't really know that terminology for it, but I could totally see how one would go about naming that spell that. Anyway, Wifehat says, what does Wifehat say? On my very first time playing this boss, he killed me the second, sorry, wait, what? My very first playing this boss killed me the second most times. That's really disconcerting, Wifehat. Really concerning stuff. I wonder what that might imply for this boss fight. Like, I feel like most of his attacks are pretty intuitive in terms of how you're supposed to dodge them. Here, Joe. Oh man, I feel like my casting speed is a little suboptimal, just like a tiny bit off, you know? I am... Here, what if I do this? Okay, that's alright. Like... We're okay, we're okay. Dude, what? Okay. Man, I'm not doing any damage to you with my sword. We're gonna keep using dark orbs, because... Wow, are you just resistant to dark all of a sudden? Is that what's happening? I think that man is resistant to dark. Which makes my life quite a bit more difficult. Okay. Wow, I don't have any more... Okay. My sword does dark damage. Oh, dude, you're doing the thing, aren't you? 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. Lock the fuck in. Ooh, that's not good. Should I have healed? That was... Okay, that was good timing. 1, 2. That's alright. I think he's resistant to dark damage right now. He was taking way more before. Ah, that was foolish of me. Oh. I am really not doing any damage to him though. No! No you don't. 1, 2, 3. That's all I can do. Just take my time with him. Oh, that was stupid. That was stupid. I was being dumb there. I need to heal right now. Okay, got my healing off. I could die so easily right now. No! This isn't how it ends. Come on, try to do the thing. Try to do the thing. You shouldn't have done the thing. You are a fool. Good fight. Wow. Well, that was delightful. That was delightful. We destroyed Velstadt. First try. Yes. Revisionist history. We ball so hard. Oh, okay. The real boss fight now. We're just gonna keep walking past the knights. They've already died once. What? That's interesting. What are you? Are you? What are you? King's Ring. Acquired the King's Ring. Okay. Are you the king? Guys? Are you gonna fight me if I come close to you? Alright, well, we have found the king. You know, this kind of reminds me, actually. When I was sieging that castle, you know, long ago, I mentioned to you, I was doing it so out of vengeance against the local king. And the things that I ended up doing to the kingdom, I'm admittedly not proud of at this point. There's been a lot that went down that I maybe I could have redone. When I had gotten out of the dungeons, I sought more power, so I made pacts with other necromancers. I guess made pacts with demons, made pacts with skeleton lords, and when we sieged the castle, and gotten to the king, I had realized that at that point the king was already dead. It was actually his heir that was ruling. I had spent so long in those dungeons dying over and over that the Red King, that's what he was known as, it was just his descendant, his son, that was ruling at that time. So when we found him, he really wasn't even the man I was sought out to destroy in the first place, and making the whole quest kind of futile. So I don't know, that's kind of getting some deja vu right now. I really was expecting to find a king worthy to be killed, and yet kings continually in my adventures have been figures like this one, kind of lost, broken people that I feel more pity for really than any kind of true malevolence. Okay. Hello, Harold, Emerald Harold. What are the voices saying? Wi-Fi says he buffs himself at half health, doubling his damage and defense. Ah, that makes sense. Damn. Well, glad that's over with. Thank you. Well played. Appreciate that. Nice. Well done. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Aged Grits. Thank you, Wi-Fi. Meet Vandrick. Wow. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Time to meet the king. He's gone hollow. This is what I thought Gwyn was in Dark Souls 1 until I recently realized that Gwyn couldn't have gone hollow because he wasn't a human to begin with. I guess this is a truly hollow king. Gwyn had some life to fight in him, even after everything. Should I kill the king? Should I end his misery? Who am I to kill? I mean, let's see what the Emerald Herald says. I am tempted to end this.
This ring is the symbol of the king.
Okay.
Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east. Bearer of the curse. If you are to be the next monarch,
I don't know about that.
then one day you will walk those corridors without really knowing why.
Y'all couldn't probably hear it, but I genuinely gulped there a little bit. That's... Wi-Fi says I would not recommend attacking him. I am deeply curious Tell you what, we're gonna find him again. We're not gonna kill him yet. We're gonna come back for him later. Alas, nothing happened. Interesting. Okay, well, the question is, where do we go now? So the King's Gate. I presume the King's Gate is inside of the palace. But I also don't know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a homeward bone at this time. And we're going to go upgrade. I almost just discarded all of my homeward bones there for a moment. Okay. Nice. H-Crit says, without really knowing why. Okay, quoting. I'm assuming this is like one of those quotes that I'm gonna like look back at after finishing this game, and it's gonna be like, damn, this goes so fucking hard, without ever really knowing why. So that'll be interesting. And again, to whoever is new joining here, very happy to have you all in this quest. This is my first experience with Drang Lake. I'm just a wizard searching for a purpose, a cool hat, spells, friends, and memories. Yes, 5 purposes at this time. I still need a cool hat. Actually, what the hell, guys? Where the hell do I get a cool hat? Y'all direct me. It's been so long, and look at how I look. The fashion souls are, I don't know, really not on point with this character. I'm not the man I want to be. I'm like this, more like urchin-like than wizard-like. I don't know. Hey, yo, what's up, man?
Of the curse, until hope has fully withered.
I mean, honestly, I appreciate how you've been trying to assist me in all this. So thank you. Tell you what. All right, there we go. I'm about to do the thing. 12 vigor now. That wasn't worth it. That didn't feel worth it. I should have gotten a new spell. That's okay though. I don't. Again, I was talking about 12 vigor, or sorry, I was talking about vigor earlier as something that I could do in the future, given that I had my experience with the cult of barbarians, the barbarian werewolves, and they were all about that strength and vigor. And actually, got sort of jacked for a minute. That was a pretty cool shape to be in as a wizard. But that kind of is mostly behind me now, since I took to the pursuit of wizardry. The way I had to depart the werewolves, that's a whole story of its own. But we'll all share it at some point. It doesn't bring me joy to bring that one up, though. They were terrible people, all of them, but they were also really free in a way that I don't know, most people aren't, and got to experience life in a way that I didn't expect to with those people. Anyway, we're now going to find a no, I just got sucked into the animation. Excuse me. We're going to find a King's Gate. Oh my gosh, that's not what I expected. Here we go. King's Gate. Where is the King's Gate? My expectation would be somewhere here. Well, there is literally the King's Gate. I think that's where we're supposed to go. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, right. I know where the King's Gate is. It's that massive gate that we found earlier. And actually, let me go ahead and make sure my spells are attuned correctly, because I don't actually think I want some of these. So I much prefer the Resonant Soul. And I don't really like. I mean, I like the Soul Spear. I like the Soul Spear, but the Soul Spear is screw it. I like the Soul Spear. Who am I kidding? Okay. And a celebration, another Estus. Now I can actually not Estus, excuse me, effigy. So now I can actually experience the full extent of my glorious new health bar. So there we are. H-Crit says, check the intersection of the shaded woods. Ooh. Ooh. Everyone here is trying to find someone, something, or some purpose, but none of them know what they are searching for, or even why. He says, "Why fat?" I'm assuming he's quoting the big tree. And you guys are pretty mystical. Tell you what, whoever is in the chat right now, Can you hit me with your most mystical, cryptic thing you can say regarding the future of this game or this travel or just in general? Just hit me with something cryptic. You know, every now and then the voices should be more cryptic the way you're currently doing right now, you guys, without really knowing why. And everyone here is trying to find someone. Aged crits, Wi-Fi, y'all are on it right now. I appreciate that. Here, we'll go to the Shaded Woods first. We're gonna go ahead and see what is at the intersection of the Shaded Woods that is so important to us. Ruined Fork Road. I presume this is where we're supposed to go, so we'll try that. And I think, well, actually, what even was ahead of us? We'll see. Okay, so we're at the intersection now. Shaded Woods. We've gone that way. We already kind of explored it pretty well. Now, though, what do we have here? Was there something here? I feel like there's must have been, right? Maybe. What are you? What are you? Is this new? I don't remember these creatures. Oh, hello, friend. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk to you right now. I feel kind of bad about what I did to your kin earlier. I'm very sorry. Okay, here. Try that out. Being able to one-shot things from far away is quite cathartic. It'll never not be, I think. Wi-Fi says everyone here is trying to find someone, something, or some purpose. Also, you know what? I just had a realization. Am I currently streaming on Twitch? I forget that I have that feature enabled. Am I currently streaming? It says I'm offline. I'm not currently streaming. One day we're going to make it to Twitch. I swear, it's like we have wonderful, wonderful gatherings here. To my understanding, if I want to do this like effectively and properly, the Twitch thing will not be. The Twitch thing will be enabling of that further. Produce the symbol of the king. Sure. Okay. Thanks for reminding me I can go here. That actually also reminds me. There's another area I think in the giant place, was it? Yeah, the giants, in the Forest of Giants, there was another thing akin to that. Also, this whole time I've had the Ring of Binding on for some reason. I probably shouldn't have, but I feel kind of dumb. Also, I have a Life Ring plus 2. Definitely wear that, for sure. And, man, I've really been neglecting my rings here. Where's the symbol of the king? The true king. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I forget that I'm still in allegiance with the Rat King. Although I haven't been feeling the gnawing of his teeth as much. It's been more internalized. Those who don't know, I did in fact make an allegiance with the Rat King recently. That was I don't know what compelled me. I think the Rat King compelled me to make that choice. But yeah. King's Ring. A soul is much like a curse. And those with strong souls must bear within themselves an even stronger curse. Vendrick, king of Drangleic, used a powerful soul to keep the curse at bay. In the end, he sought the flame that began it all. Wear the ring to open the king's gate. Damn. Oh, it's happening. Alright. Aged Crit says, no matter how beautiful, alive will remain alive. Thank you for hitting us with a cryptic voice, man. I appreciate that. Aldius Keep. Feels like we're uncovering something deep, old, and sacred, and ancient, and that was supposed to be hidden away, given the fact that we are using an actual king's ring for that, for the access of this location. I am a little nervous regarding whatever it is that I'm about to enter. But that's okay. What are we working with? Soul of Nemo Soldier, Petrified Dragon Bone. So yeah, so far not too much. Not too bad. I would have expected something more mystical, if I'm being honest. I would have thought like there would be like the remains of a black hole or something. But there's just a little random hut with a bonfire in it. Which, you know, I'll always take a bonfire. Okay, let's proceed onwards. We are all bound by the shackles of fate, says Wi-Fat. Thank you, Wi-Fat. Man, just like in my dreams. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Simple as. Okay. Oh, that's not that classic. Okay. You're a particularly evil-looking mimic. But away with you. Alright. Dark mask. Malformed skull. Malformed skull and a dark mask. I'm actually curious about the dark mask. Let's see. What are we working with here? Could this be our new fate? Dark mask. A mask of a night subsumed by dark. No one knows the true identity of these men who are said to freely manipulate dark. Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chased the lost art of life drain. I remember you. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a little better than this, but to be fair, the magical properties of this random hood for some reason exceed the badass effects of the mask, so I'm gonna have to keep the hood on. Is there any other kind of helmet that can contribute to my ability to cast stuff? Because right now it's I really don't like the look of my garb. Anyway, whatever. Nothing but props on the stage of life, says YFAT. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for hitting me with it. It does add to the atmosphere for sure. Okay, what is this? Radiant Life Gem. I'll take it. Again, so far the items here are not that incredible, which I'm a little shocked about. So this feels like an old summer mansion kind of thing. Are we just like in the king's old garden? Kind of how it feels right now. What else do we have? What? Pointless? Thank you. Hurrah, pointless. Very nice. Thank you. Huh. That's never a good thing. Estaltial of Mira. Okay. Estaltial. Well, let's fight it out. Well fought, Estaltial of Mira. Okay. Enough of that. Ooh. Man, what a strange place to be in. What are you... What? Like a dream. Okay. What do we have here? This is a very ominous thing. Why is this here? This feels really out of place for in an ancient castle, just a carriage with something in it. Still writhing. Okay. Is it gonna open? It has to open, right? Whoa. That's really sick. I really like that. What a thing. Look at the size of that skull. I mean, again, dragons horrible things. But a dead one, I'll always smile at. Man. Another thing actually just remembered. So, the reason, another reason why I was so opposed to the king, besides all that he had done, is actually that in the past the king, I had the whole thing with the dragon. My village got burned down. That just terrible memories there. But the dragon, as it turned out, in my time in the wizard school, I looked through some old royal archives, which happened to be in a kind of a forbidden section, which I suppose maybe I'm morally wrong for pursuing. But I found the documentation of a deal with the local dragon to consume one village every 2 years in exchange for general peace. And the king had signed off on it. And I mean, I came to realize that, oh man, that was completely premeditated and planned, and it really was a systemic issue as opposed to just a wild dragon. Although the dragon himself was certainly oh my god, what the fuck is that? Why is there a giant basilisk? Okay. Nothing's easy, I suppose. Let's probably kill this basilisk. I think this, yeah. Okay. Wow, you have a lot of health, man. You're very tanky. Where you shouldn't be. Okay. Giant royal basilisk? Is this what we're working with? Oh man, is he chilling? I'm sorry. I feel bad that I. No, I don't feel bad. You died. Your kindness tormented me for way too long in the past. Magic stone. I'll take a magic stone. And all right, that was pretty simple. So far, this area feels like it should be very daunting and scary, but it hasn't been, which is all the more disconcerting. Again, I don't know what a dragon skeleton is doing here. It doesn't feel like it belongs here. It feels like it has died. And yeah, it feels like the skeleton has died. And of course it's died, but it feels like it died in the castle and not like it was brought in here. Bonfire aesthetic? I'll take a bonfire aesthetic. It's not bad. Oh, George, hello, welcome in. Happy to have you here, friend. Wi-Fi speak for itself body. I learned carpentry. I'm under the stage, tweaking it constantly. What are we talking about? I must have missed something. Wi-Fi says everyone? No, never mind. Nothing but props. Ishgrid says malformed skull was my carry weapon on my first playthrough of the original game. Really now? I am intrigued all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to look at this. It did do so much. It did so much damage. Okay, I'll check out the malformed skull then. Fabian, this enemy could curse you, I think. Oh, Fabian. Fabian, hello. I don't believe we've ever met. Welcome to the Deluge of Voices. If you haven't joined us before, I don't believe you have. So the giant basilisk, yeah, I think it would make sense for it to be able to curse me. I have definitely been cursed by basilisks in my past, and that seemed like an especially terrible one to be anywhere near, especially. Oh wait. I don't see the point. I'm not going to use a fragrant branch of yore. I think the fact that he's currently in the light and is standing as a stone, to me indicates that he's fine. He's okay. I don't really want to deal with him. What are we working with here? Did I already pull that? It looks like I did. Ominous. Dragons everywhere. Okay, but yeah, no, Fabian, great to have you. George, glorious to have you too here, friend. What are we doing here? Door. Thank you, message. Very cool. It's a little concerning that I don't explicitly know where to go. Can I use a fragrant branch of yore? I bet I could. But should I, though? I don't think so. What's up? What's up with you guys? Oh, of course they're frozen. They were just guarding a massive basilisk. That only makes sense. Can I please use this? I can't use that. Guys, am I missing something? Am I missing something big? At this point, I wouldn't mind you all telling me that there is in fact something here for me and that I should keep looking. Because I just, yeah, again, like my main concern is that like I might just waste so much time looking for something that's not there that it would bore you all. Ultimately, I try to be a spectacle wizard to a degree. I mean, I guess there's this over here, which I guess makes me think there's... Oh. Oh my gosh. Is that the looking glass? Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, I feel a little bad about that, but I think he deserved that. Check downstairs. Thank you, Aged Crits. I appreciate that. Okay. I think we're doing good. We're doing good. Large soul of a brave warrior. I'll take that. Yeah. That's kind of really metal. That's so metal. I love that. Again, I think so far my favorite area of the whole game, not area, but boss of the whole game, has been the Looking Glass Knight. That thing was so sick. Like, just like as a boss fight, it had so many fun gimmicks that all kind of made sense with its design. And it was, yeah, like really cool. I'm glad I got to have the boss fight at some point. Would have been extra sake of fun if y'all invaded me during it, but that's okay. At some point, I might respawn him and try something out. Sellsword Luat? I'll take it. Oh my gosh, you're actually so jacked. Okay, I'm curious enough to see what you do. Okay, what's everyone saying? Fabian says, isn't the curse one of the worst debuffs in Dark Souls 2? And by the way, I've never been able to play a magician in Dark Souls 2. Oh, fair enough. But now I watch and learn. Ha, fair, cool, man. Well, very glad to have you. So far, I think curse has not been too bad in Dark Souls 2. It seems like what it does is just depletes your max health as opposed to turning you into stone. But then again, I actually haven't been... I'll bet they petrify you or something. I don't know. I haven't died to a basilisk in Dark Souls 2 yet, which has been thanks to great effort, admittedly. Okay. A great magic barrier. What? No, friend! Get this man. Thank you. Oh, you don't even need my help. You're just absurdly jacked. Okay, well, I'll still try to help you. Nice. I really like this guy. The Sellsword Luat is kind of just a beast, and I think I'm very glad he's on our team for sure. Huh. Also, you know, that skull, that alluring, not alluring skull, but the skull weapon, where is it? Is this it? Malformed skull. The skull of some unidentified creature. Swing a great hammer to use as a weapon. Swing as a great hammer to, okay. Possibly the skull of a dragon. It's a rare specimen, likely too rare to be swung about willy-nilly. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm gonna just equip it for a moment. I don't suspect I probably can't wield it, but I just want to see it. Can I? That looks so sick. I don't believe I'll be using this, but it's delightful. If I was stronger, that would have been the case. Also, yeah, Fabian, I also, I mean, I didn't really ever play any kind of magic builds in Dark Souls. And this is kind of my first foray into that with this journey as a wizard. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I did it once in Bloodborne. An arcane build in Bloodborne, that was kind of cool. I remember I was following a guide on how to do like 100, how to play, how to do Bloodborne with 100 arcane, and that was kind of dreadful because I was just following the guide so rigidly that, you know, there were several points that demanded that I, you know, just beat my head against a boss until I like perfected, like Martyr. No, that was for a different playthrough. I think Orphan of Cause was actually so horrible with an arcane build, and in the end, his weapon wasn't even really that great. But that's okay. I'm glad it's done now. Okay, for some reason I'm not finding where I'm supposed to be going. That to me tells me that I probably missed something downstairs, as you all have said. Oh, hello. Is that Gas Imp? You're a big Cassio? I do not know that word. Cassio. What does that mean? Is this a slur? Oh. Queso, like the streamer? You're a big queso. Okay, if that's a weight thing, I don't know. I don't know what this is about. I mean, cool. I guess he was successful, so I appreciate that. Anyway, George says, taking a bow after the performance ended. Taking a bow to, fair enough. George says, H-Crit says, I'd suggest just giving it a look, but nothing more. Okay, I'm assuming you're talking about this call. And I think we just found the place we're supposed to go. Right? Right? That would have been too easy. Or is it? Are we... Oh! This is new. Okay. Okay, progress.
Please, just stay away. No, please, don't come near me. Nothing good will come of it. Just leave me alone, please. Leave this place and leave me be, as I do not see any harm before you. Please.
Okay, never mind. I guess we can't go here either. That's okay. Alright. Each crit says arcane builds need a bit more setup to get running. Yeah, for real. That, like, yeah, in the beginning of the game especially, just like there's no arcane weapons other than like the flamethrower. But that's whatever. Is there anything here? Okay, you guys, I feel bad for asking for assistance. At this point, I feel like I need it though. Well, you need it in like a kind of an arbitrary way. I don't think I've need it, but I'm really tempted to go elsewhere because I am not seeing how I can immediately progress here. Do you have any suggestions? Maybe... Oh, maybe I didn't go up to the sides here? Up there? Okay, one more last try, one more little run around, and we're going to go to a different location if I can't find anything. Okay. H-Grid says, but they are crazy good for PvE. Yeah, they're for real though, yeah. And having the Celestial Emissary, not Celestial Emissary, what am I saying? The Celestial Larva, or whatever you call it, in Bloodborne was, what a wonderful weapon, just like a bazillion stars. Quite enjoyable. Do not pull the lever. Do not do it. This lever? Look, okay, suddenly there's a lever. There's a lever somewhere. Guys, there was a lever that I completely missed that now Age Disgrace is taunting me about. What do I do? Where's the lever? Man, okay. We're going to try to find this lever and we're going to pull it. Because I don't see what else there is to do immediately. Oh, was it with that guy back there? Well, let's try that out. Also, Fabian says, it seems to me so often that many situations repeat themselves in Elden Ring. Have you noticed that too? So Elden Ring, I've only played partially. I've gotten to, and I should probably just say it ahead of time, like, I've gotten to the beginning of the Volcano Manor, and that was literally it. I didn't proceed any further, partially because I think college got in the way. But I'm really eager to do... oh, that's a nice lever over there. Aged Crit says, pull at your own peril. Oh, Wi-Fi says, don't pull the lever. Oh my god, you guys, when the voices tell you not to do something, yeah. Okay, okay, George says, a lever next to the big basilisk cage, missed it. Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay. I guess there's this one. Lever next to the big basilisk cage. Might go back to it. Wi-Fi says don't pull the lever, right? H-Crit says pull at your own risk. Fabian says just like the one who just doubled over, like the woman who was afraid of the spider. I don't know what you mean, friend. I don't know about that. Don't do it, says Michael. Okay, all right. Tell you what. I like to heed the voices sometimes. The voices rarely lead me astray. It sounds like that's not the way to go. So we're just not going to do that. Is there anything else for me here then? If not that, then is there another lever that I'm missing? I've never been so tempted to pull a lever. Like, having people tell me not to pull the lever has been very enticing to do it. Anyway. Tell you what, let's see. You said there's possibly a lever next to the basilisk? Am I really just blind? Do I not see a lever next to the basilisk? It's not that. That thing doesn't work. I feel like you were talking about the lever with the basilisk, but... Oh my god, are you... Yo, we found the lever. Wow. Did you know about the lever, Sellsword Luet? I feel pretty dumb there. The wizard. No, I'm a fool. What am I looking at up here? That's a troll. Okay, I presume he's gonna stay in the cage so long as we don't mess with him. Okay, you're trying to get out. Whatever that is, I don't want to deal with you. We're just gonna keep exploring. Okay, it's locked. Fair enough. Did somebody fall out? Yep. Okay. This is... No! Okay. Anything in here? Anything in here? Let's open this door. Distract him, Luet. I believe in you. These doors are calling to me. I have to keep opening them for some reason. We're moving forward. Classic doorway moment. Love when that happens. Whoa! Whoa! That's beautiful! I can't think too long about it, though. Sellsword Luet, look at this! What a delightful time! Are these the old trees from Dark Souls 1? Okay, we're gonna get a boss fight. Either way, gonna brace myself. Alright. Okay. Fabian says, yeah, year the troll. Oh, no, maybe later. Ishkrit says, upstairs at the dragon statue. I'm so delayed, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Fabian says, I thought the troll could activate it. Maybe. We'll try it out, Fabian. We'll maybe on the way back. I am sparing of my branches of yore. Either way, what are we walking into here? Surely not a... Oh, okay. Well, we are gonna use an ember herb. I don't like dragons. I've said this before a few times. I have a feeling this will not be easy. Okay, one. Oh, typical dragon thing to do. Just slap me with the back of his tail. Yes, I got hidden. Okay. You are a beast. Okay. Okay, I think I can maybe... Yes, I can kind of heal. I am genuinely so, like, cautious of this thing. I have a feeling it's going to just one-shot me at some point if it breathes fire in my general direction. Okay, well, maybe not quite like that. Thanks, Luet. You just keep doing your thing. You're awesome. I love you, Luet. So cool. Oh, nope. Oh, like that's exactly what I was worried about. Okay. I'm gonna drink some Estus now. I think we're doing okay. Luet, what are you up to? Luet, I don't think you're hitting the dragon though. I respect the effort. 1, 2. No. Oh. 1, 2. All right. Just don't get cocky. This is like literally just keep killing the dragon. That's the motto. I don't know, man. The one that destroyed my hometown was significantly larger than this one. This feels more like a wormling than a dragon, if I'm being honest. Not to really insult the dragon too much while I'm still fighting him, but this is kind of a juvenile creature. I was not let down by his performance, but that was cool. Okay, well done, Luet. Thank you. It's been good knowing you. I'm going to remember you, friend. And speaking of people to remember, just a moment of memory of the paladin who helped us in that with that other dragon. Do y'all remember? I think it was our 4th episode, and the one paladin came up and just helped us completely get through all those giant knights and destroy the dragon, and then killed Ornstein. In his memory, we gotta remember him. He was one of a kind. Luet was cool. Luet was more of a gimmick. Luet was we appreciate Luet for who Luet is as opposed to what Luet did for us. And geesh, this is so pleasant, so beautiful. I can't believe this is a part of this game. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful, endless horizon. Back into the dark. Glorious no, never mind, just... Okay, well, I guess that's behind us now. Where are we even going? So, that looked to me like a pet dragon. It seemed like it was in a big cage in a way. This whole place seems like a big zoo. There's so many animals and creatures that we've been encountering, all caged up. So I presume the dragon is really one of like the many captives of this location. Yeah. Also, I should say at this point, I'm probably going to be wrapping up the stream in about 20-ish minutes. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of dragons. I don't want to go there. You guys, really? Okay. Let's hope they're chill with us. I highly doubt that. That's a lot of dragons. Like, the exact same kind we just killed, I think. We're probably not on good terms with them anymore. How unfortunate. Okay. H-Squid says, remember when you said you hated dragons? Yeah, okay. Well, alright. We have 20-ish more minutes. I'm going to say after whatever death I'm about to have, I'm going to declare the final life. We're not quite at the final life, but we're coming close to it. This is really messed up. I'm probably going to get flamed here in a moment. Can we get a bonfire of some kind? That would be really nice. Man, dragons are... Yeah, you know, what is it Terra Pratchett said? No, never mind. Terra Pratchett later. But, yeah, it reminds me of the different kinds of fantasies there are. And this is definitely one of those where... It's there's the kind where, oh yeah, all the dragons, they left long ago, but somewhere in this world there's still that mystery of maybe there's a dragon, and we're actually more in the type of fantasy where it's like, how do we get rid of these dragons? Like this feels kind of accurate. Also, whatever that is looks really cool and spongy. I kind of like that. What are you doing here? How do you always end up in these places before I ever get here?
Bearer of the curse. Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate.
How old are you?
One who can set me free. Bearer of the curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world from eons past.
What?
Take this.
Aged feather.
Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
I don't know. Are you sure? I don't know about this dragon stuff. I feel like we really don't have to be here very long. Fair enough. Okay. Well, you know what they say, the eyes fear, but the hands do. We're gonna keep walking along and hope that I don't get burnt down. Wow, I don't have a fear of heights or anything. I'm gonna keep moving. I will take that. I will take that very gladly. In fact, could you level me up right now? I presume not. Okay. I don't really want to go to Majula in fear of breaking the vibe, so we're going to keep going. Fabian says, I like Partomax from Skyrim. Oh, Parthenax? Parthenax from Skyrim? Really? But I think you're right, dragons would eat people. Yeah. Parthenax is cool. I guess he's from another lifetime. Maybe one day I'll do a playthrough of Skyrim with you guys. Although I definitely have played Skyrim a little too many times, if I'm being honest. Gosh. Hello there. This is an interesting predicament to be in. Okay. I'm glad that they aren't actively fighting me. It's kind of nice. It does also make me a little concerned for whatever it is that I'm about to encounter. I feel like they're all just going to turn on me all at once, and that's going to be the end. Are you... Do you need a branch of yore, man? Dude, you're not yourself when you don't have a branch of yore. Have it. Branch of yore. Alright, have a good day, man. Well, are you in fact a foe? Okay, yes you are. Alright. Enough of that. Man, he had a whole chance at life and he just like squandered it. Okay. You are a menace. I don't want to deal with you guys, but you're going to be around every corner now. Like that. Precisely. Okay, we're really got to be vigilant here. These are dangerous times. Bonfire ascetic? I'll take a bonfire ascetic. I don't know if I'll ever use a bonfire ascetic, but seems reasonable. Oh, 1, 2. Yes. Nothing like actually getting one of these. Pale stone, twinkling titanite. I'll always take a twinkling titanite. H-Crit says, brother dragons would treat humans like little cattle on a range at best. They need to go. Yeah, for sure. I agree. I don't like the idea of declaring any kind of like war on a whole species or anything, but like as a wizard who has had terrible experiences with dragons and who's seen what dragons do to people, I don't know. Seems like I shouldn't break these eggs. I feel very concerned now. I shouldn't have done that. Right? I guess we're okay. I guess they didn't actually care about their eggs. Oh my gosh. Fencer Sharon. Oh, Fencer Sharon. Oh god. What am I gonna do? Gods, this is the end. This is the end. Fencer Sharon's gonna kill us. Oh, actually, they totally might. They totally might. I was so ready to. Oh wow, dude, they did kill us. The ego got to me. The last 2 invasions were just like so easily countered with a flick of a greatsword, magical greatsword, and that was, yeah, wow, the Fencer Sharon really. Okay, we're gonna have to kill Fencer Sharon now. There is now personal vendetta against Fencer Sharon, and also, I need to say that we are now entering the final life. Final life, to those who don't know, is a slightly mystical concept in that it doesn't actually function like you'd think it would. It might mean I'll live for a little longer. It might mean I'll live for a while and die and then die and that's the end of the stream. Or it might mean I might die instantly and then it won't actually be over for some reason. Yeah, we're at that point now. So yeah, I'd say we have a good like 15-20 minutes. So. Yeah, if anybody wishes to invade me, you're more than welcome to. Fabian asks me if I want to become a dragon. Oh gosh, this is going to be like Dark Souls, all the other Dark Souls games. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. I don't immediately see why I ever would, if I'm being honest. But it's a possibility. So you see how that dragon is just chilling and minding his own business? We're just gonna let him do exactly that. We're just gonna let him go, let him live, and he can do his own thing. Meanwhile, I am going to try and fight the Fencer again. All right, Fencer. Stay away. There you are. Okay. Okay, I have a great soul spear. That's okay. Okay, tell you what. This might be my best shot. 1. You are so tanky. It's kind of scary. I am genuinely in fear of you. Here. Fuck me. Okay. Well, see, that's how the final life works. We're actually not there yet. we're still alive. That was deeply concerning. I think this might be the thing that's gonna do us end the stream. Is this is gonna be the roadblock, the Fencer Sharon? Is it Sharon, or am I totally misreading that? I feel like I am. We'll see. Either way, what a massive area we just discovered. I have to say, this is conceptually one of my favorite areas, and as a wizard, I also least favorite in that there are so many dragons. I think dragons are, I don't know, really depends on the kind of dragon, I guess. It's like when you can actually make deals with the dragon, that's slightly different, but even then, it creates great suffering. Like, I think of, and as I told you guys before, you know, my village was apparently destroyed based on a contract with a dragon, and the dragon totally could have negotiated, but just like chose to use his power to, I guess, put a whole kingdom in terrible position where they were forced to make sacrifices, like my village. So anyway, they're dangerous, horrifying creatures. Okay, where you are. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to really try and kill this person in Dark Souls. Okay. Ugh. Dude, I don't like you. You are really dangerous. I am going to... Oh yes, this is what I'm gonna do. This seems like the strategy. I'm going to bait you, and you're going to come my way here. You're taking so little damage. What's wrong with you? Okay. Damn, I am in quite a pickle here. No, not what I meant to do. I meant to pull out my shield. Okay. You guys think I can do it? Let's see. Damn, you're a beast. Fencer Sharon. Oh, wow, Fencer Sharon. You can get destroyed by my resident souls, right? I think this is Hex's... yeah, I guess it's just Hex trickery here. Okay, I will not be using any kind of swording with you. Oh, you are a menace. You are an absolute monster. I'm staying away from you, and you're letting me heal. Thank you. I did not mean to destroy that egg. That's unfortunate as always. You guys think I can do it? One. No, no. I just why would I even try to duel somebody who's like literally referred to as like the Fencer? Staying away. Feels like there isn't really a reliable way to kill this person except for destroying them at range. Which, oh, that's enough of that. Fencer Sharon. All right, that was enough. And I don't really get any kind of cool items for that. I just get a human effigy, which kind of makes me a little sad. I feel like invasions, in my mind, tend to give you cool items, but that's all right. Age Crit says, ouch. Fair enough. I'm assuming that's about me falling off and dying. Fabian says, is she to parry? I tried to parry her once, and that was the second cause of that was my second death, was me trying to parry her. So, unfortunately, just kind of had to lock in there for a moment and just kill her that way. What is this? Oh, what are we... Alright, well, this is a good point to end the stream. Not yet, but as the fight is going to happen after the fight. Okay, tell you what. Here, do I have any... I don't have any of my cool spells. Damn it. I only have fucking hexes. That really sucks. Am I sure of it? Here, wait. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, that's a hell of a bit of damage there, man. Good fight. Oh, all right, nice one, Paladin. Okay, that was not the end of the stream. We continue on. That. Appreciate the dragon scale. Adrenaline always goes up. Gosh, okay. Nice. Okay, we're doing okay. I'm just trying to find some kind of a checkpoint. You know how it is. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, classic. It's such a weirdly dilapidated area. It feels like I shouldn't go over there. You see that dragon over there? I shouldn't even touch him. So I should keep going places where I don't see dragons. I think that's a good indicator where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, anyway, next time I die, we are for sure going to return back to Majula and end things. Wyfat says that cloth on the bridge got in his eyes. I'm sorry, Wyfat. I was really worried that you were going to be like at a great advantage in a bridge, but then it occurred to me, like, wait a minute. I feel like in the bridge you would only be able to dodge forwards and not like around. So it was like, okay, I guess we're gonna spam you with soul arrows while you're in a tight corridor. So that was I think advantageous mostly for me. And I'm sorry for running around you like that, because that wasn't particularly honorable. Gosh, you guys are horrible. I love your design, but you are just such menaces. Ascending to wherever it is that we're ascending. I don't fully know my purpose here. You know, every time I enter a location in these games, it's like, oh yeah, I am going to go where the road takes me, you know, and where I end up is always usually mysterious and strange. Like what am I doing here? How did I get here? So that individual over there, I'm going to spam with resonant souls. Yes, like that. What are you? Petrified dragon bone. Cool. Man, you have a lot of little dragon scale things here. I don't want to fight a dragon, guys. I don't want to fight a dragon, but I guess I'm going to. Here, just gotta be careful. Oh, that's up. Oh. Okay. That's not ideal by any means. I have a feeling this might be the way to go. But that will be the end for now. We are going to find out another time, I suppose. Okay. Alright, you guys. You know, that was a pretty good stream. I think we got a lot of really, I don't know, kind of deeper insights into the wizard backstory. We got some more... Actually, huge progress. We found the king. We found Vendrick. We found... We destroyed the shrine of Amara, was it? Amana? Yeah, okay, gosh, we actually did so much today. I'm kind of trying to remember. Did we destroy 3 bosses? That sounds right to me. We defeated the Dong creature. We defeated the Bell guy as well. Also, are you selling anything new? I have 50 intelligence now.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, buy item. You got anything? You haven't really upgraded very much.
Ah, here. A fitting gift for you.
Oh, thanks, dude. What is it? Northern Ritual Dance.
Seek higher planes, young cook.
Okay.
The forces of magic and souls lie dormant in this land. It is a fitting place to hone my sorceries. I suspect that I may even conjure up new spells. Sorcery is yet a mystery even to me. Let us move.
Yeah, fair enough, man. All right, hope you're having a good day. Okay, what's everyone saying? Yeah, at this point we're concluding. If anyone wants to say any last words before the stream ends, please do so now, comrades. It's been really delightful. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. I feel like we actually got to see so many beautiful things, from the giant skeleton of the dragon to the, what looked like the long, old ancient trees from Dark Souls 1, glorious infinite horizons of mountains, and even a whole, I guess, perch of dragons, or nesting grounds of dragons. Remembered my time as the son of a monumental mason trying to make his way out of a burning village, finding a troll and evading the troll's notice in his own cave. And then what else did we do? Kind of mentioned my time with the werewolf pack, although there's definitely more to mention. My time with the werewolves. I think it was like a good 4 years of the journey that I ended up spending with them, carving talismans for them. Although, did I ever become a werewolf myself? I don't know. I might tell you all next time. We'll see. Of course, the memories of the dungeon I just began sharing. So yeah. Well, this has been really delightful, you guys. Defeated all kinds of creatures. Defeated a whole dragon, and yeah. Well. Really excited to get back to the world of Drangleic next time we are doing this all together. H-Grid says, you made good progress today. Keep it up. Thank you, friend. I think this was one of the more productive streams we've had. And also, just want to say right now, 720 voices in this Wizard's Head. That's kind of incredible. This is the most we've ever had here. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. I'm so excited to be doing this with you all. But alright, on that delightful note, I think I am going to end the stream. I believe no one else has anything else to say, so this has been delightful. I'll see you all around, probably next, let's say, I don't know. I'll say in the community notice, probably Saturday, maybe. We'll have to see, maybe sooner. Alright, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you for being a part of this. Cheers, friends.